I always loved to draw when I was little, and as soon as I got into school in first grade, I just kind of felt like that's what I wanted to do. And we used to get these little workbooks, and it would say like, if you're a girl, you could, when you grow up, you could be. It was like mother, nurse, and teacher, and for boys, it was like fireman, policeman, doctor. Like that was. It was really limiting, and I remember looking at those, and I was thinking, like, there's no artist on here. Like, why didn't they put artists? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. So my name is Lou Kregel, and my occupation is designer, muralist, ceramist, printer. That kind of covers most of it. I do a little bit of interior work, doing murals like inside people's homes, but I'm trying to kind of phase out anything that requires me like designing something for someone. And I really just trying to focus more on doing homewares, like my tea towels and my ceramics, because I like the idea of doing something that I can make a whole bunch of them, and I can do it at home, and then I can put them out into the world and sell them inside their homes. Especially with doing mural work, it's really fun to drive around and like see the stuff that I've done on buildings. And on my way back from the park today, I saw a chrysanthemum on the front of someone's house. I was like, oh, that was so much fun doing that one. They take a long time. I cut them out and I prime them and I buy the wood. Like I do every single step, and they're very labor intensive. I can do a couple of them a week, but I can't do. I can't like mass produce like dozens and dozens and dozens. I have to do them kind of one at a time. The first one that I did was over at Big City Bread, and a friend of mine wanted to kind of dress up this little area where there was like just some trash cans, and people were sitting and throwing their cigarette butts, and we kind of wanted to just dress it up and make it seem a little more kind of cared for. And so I blew up this stencil using a chrysanthemum I found on like a spool of ribbon. And I thought, oh, this will look great on these little doors. So we put them on, and then I painted a couple other ones. And then I felt like, if I'm going to keep painting these, it needs to be my design instead of a design I took from someone else. So I redesigned it. But just kind of using the idea of like a flower. It could be any kind of a flower, but to me it was kind of like a chrysanthemum. So that was the whole start, was Big City Bread. With the parking deck, I had originally done a different design in that corner, and after a while I was like, I just wasn't that crazy about it anymore, and I kind of felt like it was time to update it. So I just went down and I asked them, and I didn't get, I think maybe they reimbursed me for materials, but I'd been paid for it already to do one painting, so I just kind of went in and repainted it for more or less kind of for free. I mean, even if it's just a painting or a piece of metal or a found object, I just think it's one of those things that everybody should be doing. Not should be, but I think that they shouldn't feel timid about it. So I really, really like doing outdoor work. It's such a beautiful town. Like, to add to it is kind of, you don't feel like you're like waging this battle against ugliness, if that makes any sense. I feel like I think it's really fun to be able to see it. And today I was thinking, like, what should I do? Should I wrap this up and start on like something new? Would it be another type of flower or an animal, or like a symbol? Like, it'd be kind of fun to do something else. But I don't really know what to do yet.